Well, welcome. Good day, good day. Welcome to a moment of empowerment. This is your host, Miguel Ramos, none other than your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach. I am your transformational trainer. Again, welcome, welcome. I hope that you're feeling good. I hope that you feel empowered. I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to give you that pep talk, that empowerment, motivational, umph that you need in the morning, so that you can go out and tackle the day. Listen, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So your mindset, your way of thinking, that's all that matters. So it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter what happened the day before. Today is a new day. So tackle the day. Go on, put on your agenda, focus on what it is that you need to tackle, and go on and grab the life by the horns, right? Like they say, grab the bull by the horn, right? So I want to welcome you again. This is our moment of empowerment. This is a little forum that we put together so that you can be empowered in the morning. We try to get you right before you leave the house, while you're having your coffee or your tea or eating your donut or your croissant, whatever it is that you're having in the morning. Listen to me, and I guarantee you that you'll be empowered. Awesome, great. Listen, let's get to it. This week we've been talking about communication. We've been talking about relationship. We talked about the singles. We talked about couples. We talked about all kinds of relationship. We're drawing now to a near. Tomorrow is Friday. It's an awesome thing. But today, we're going to be talking a little bit about marriage. Yes, I want to talk to the married folks. That's right. Listen, I haven't always been married, but I'm glad that I am. And in my marriage, I've learned so many great things. And I want to share with you a testimony. Believe it or not, come in, between you and me, my marriage hasn't always been great. Yes, there you have it. The cat's out of the bag. My marriage hasn't always been great. They say that if you survive the first 5 years, then you're good after that. Well, with me and my wife, it was almost kind of like survive the first couple of months, right? It was a mess. Oh my God. Listen, I loved her. She loved me. We were passionately in love. We love each other's company. But I think we became used to each other. And then things happened. And then outside sources was coming in. Something happened over there. Something happened there. She did things, I did things. Oh my God, we were hanging out by a thread. Listen, I actually have the thread we were hanging by right now. Can you see it? You probably can't, right? Well, that's the thread we was hanging out by. We were on the verge of an Exodus type of situation. I was living on my bags. She was getting ready to leave. I was getting ready to leave. We were just roommates for a long time. And through the advice and the wisdom of God, believe it or not, nobody would really help us. Nobody would invest into us. We didn't go seek counseling. Nobody really came in and invested into us or encouraged us. It was by the grace of God. So, she started encouraging me. I started encouraging her. We started encouraging each other because we still deep down, beyond the hurt, beyond the pain, beyond the infidelity, whatever it was that we went through, we still loved each other, and we decided to work at it. And I myself, listen, I had this simple prayer. Men, listen, I encourage you to have this simple prayer. I had this simple prayer. I got down to a point where, yes, listen, my wife couldn't stand me. I could not stand her, but I got down on my knees and I said, Lord, help me learn. That's the key word, learn. Help me learn to love my wife. And that's exactly what he did. He helped me learn everything about her. I'm talking about down to that little strand of hair that she puts right over, over her heart. You know how women, when you guys do, and you put it right over your heart, oh, that little thing right there, oh man, drive me crazy, Even the things that she did before that, sometimes be like, oh man, I can't stand it. I learned to love those things, and we became, watch this, not just lovers, not just, husband and wife, but we became best friends. And we were able to share and open up our hearts in everything. So I started noticing that it wasn't so much the big things that I wanted to give her that it was so hard to acquire, because sometimes, man, we promise our wives, the big vacation, the big rock, the big necklace, the big car, and sometimes we work so hard that we focus so much on getting the thing that we don't focus on the little things that make her happy. And likewise, women, you want to do the big things for your man, but it's the little things that count. So on the way to acquiring the big ticket item, there's small, simple things that you can do to improve your marriage. So today's topic, if you've been wondering, what can I do to improve my marriage? I'm going to give you the 5 major, simple ways to improve your marriage. Yes, I want to say that again. It's 5 major, because they're so big. Every relationship should do it, major way, but they're so simple and subtle that we can do them every day. Doesn't cost any money, doesn't waste any time. You can do it on a regular basis, and believe it or not, actually, I read this in a blog, 85 to 90% of all men and women reaction approve of this. These are small things that we can do to improve our marriage, because, sometimes, let's say, in your marriage, you have a big traumatic situation. You have a detriment, whether you went outside the marriage, whether trust was breached, whether a lie was told, or whether you spend a lot of money, whatever it was, those big things that you be like, oh my God, this is it for me. I better just sleep on the couch until I pack my bags, those type of things. But and you saying, how can I fix this big thing? Well, these major simple things that you can do along the way can help you mend things together. It's almost, imagine like if you had a big cut, right? A big cut, you don't put a big stitch on it. No, you stitch it little by little till you have the whole wound completely sealed. And that's what I call these. I call these the little stitches that put back together your relationship, right? Little stitches that put back together your relationship. So nevertheless, I know you anticipated. I know you're in suspense. Listen, I want to give them to you. There's 5 major simple ways to improve your marriage. So I'm going to give you his, and then I'm going to give you hers. When I mean my his is men, what you can do to improve your marriage for your wife, and then women, what you can do to improve your marriage for your husband, right? So you're ready? Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uno, vámonos, right? I call these the fabulous 5. Fabulous 5, because they're fabulous. You can do them. They're awesome, right? So let's go. Number 1, men, listen to me. Men, all ears on deck. Listen to this. 5 major simple ways that you can improve your marriage. Number 1 is, this is for women. For women, for him, right? So women, you do this to your spouse, to your husband. Notice his efforts and sincerely thank him for it. Notice his effort. Listen, men, we are very egotistic. I'm sorry to say that, but that's just all right. Men, if you're out there, listen, just agree with me. We're very egotistic. So if your man does something, listen, notice it. Congratulate him for him, thank him for him, For example, if he comes home from work and he's playing with the kids, afterwards, baby, thank you so much for playing with the kids. I know that you come home and you're tired, and but I thank you so much for playing with the kids. Or if he mows the lawn, oh baby, thank you for mowing the lawn. I know it needed to get done, but listen, you wasted no time and you did it, So men love to be patted on the back for the simple things that they do. So just simple ways of gratitude that wives can give their husband, that women can give to their men, to let them know that they're being appreciated. Simple ways. You'll be surprised how it goes a long way. About 75 to 80% of men, they love this. If you do this in a relationship, a man would cherish you, will value you. He'll call you his ride or die, whatever it is. Why? Because he appreciates that you appreciate him, right? So that's number 1 from our fabulous 5. Number 2, women, say to your man, you did a great job. This deeply, about 69%, this deeply affects all men. When you tell him that he did a good job, I don't care if he put something together and it's all like lopsided, whatever. Listen, don't beat him down for it. Hey, that's pretty good. That's awesome, especially because you didn't know how to use a hammer. That was pretty good. No, don't tear him down and tear him back up. But encourage him, say he did a great job. Man, you mowed that lawn, man, those lights are straight. Look how beautiful that looked. Oh, that mulch around. That's awesome. Man, you painted that room. Oh, those lines are awesome. Those great. Man, love that. Just encourage them. Let them know that they did a great job. When they come from work and they say, man, I got all this work. Look at this plan that I have to do. Oh, you did that? That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. That's great. Encourage them. And I'm guarantee you that they want to be with you even more, because they want to be surrounded by that encouragement. And they're going to take you out. They're going to show you off as their wife. Why? Because you are by their side, right? That's number 2. Number 3, mention in front of other people what he did well. Mention in front of other people what he did well. If you guys go out to dinner with other couples, or you're in a dinner party, or you're having a function in your house, listen, men love that. When you mention in front of other people what that man did well, oh my God, we eat him like hotcake, you know. Oh yeah, you love this room? Yeah, you know, my husband did it. Yeah, you know, he did the trim, and he did the, you know, the boards, and you know, he did the floor. Yeah, he does the thing. He did very good. I'm so proud of him. Listen, you know, we could have paid thousands of dollars, but my husband, you know, he came in here and he did it. Man, he's gonna be in the back like, yeah, that's me. I did that. Like Coach Carter, right? I did that, right? And I'm telling you, it's going to build your relationship and solidify it and strengthen it even more. Men are not going to look for any, and they're not going to look for it anywhere else, because, and believe it or not, the reason sometimes when men do go outside the relationship is because they're looking for that void to fill. And I'm not saying that, you know, oh, fill that void or whatever. But what I'm saying is that if you're getting it at home, there's going to be no other temptation to get it anywhere else. So you know, you're getting the encouragement at home, you're getting the pat on the back at home, you're getting the support at home, and all these things. Then he's going to say, you know what? You can't tempt me with that. You know, I got something better at home. You know, I got my ride or die at home, my baby, my boo, my sugar bunny, my sugar foot, right? Like Kevin Hart said, right? Come here, sugar foot. So, so you have all those things at home, right? So that's number 3. So mention in front of other people what your man did well. Number 4, 4, right? It says, show desire, show that you desire him sexually. Oh, you know, this is a big one. We're going to speak about this. I know this is not a G-rated. We're in the internet over here. But listen, show that you have a desire for your spouse, right? Sexually, that you're attractive to him or her, that you're attracted to them, you know, encourage them. You know, I know sometimes we're all self-conscious, and right before that shower, we look at each other in the mirror and we pump our chest up, and then we let it all out, or we just, you know, do that. I like the flap test. You know, we go blah, blah, blah with the flap test. I'm sorry, TMI. I'm so sorry, TMI. But listen, I got to be real, right? But listen, encourage one another, you know. Show that you desire that person sexually, that you're attracted to that person. Let them know what about you attracts them. You know, oh, you know, I love the way you do this. I love the way you do that. I love the way this looks at you. Let them know, because believe it or not, self-consciously, sometimes you don't feel desired. But if you hear it from your spouse, then you know that it's just a lie within your mind, right? Be comfortable, be satisfied, and be excited about who you are. Amen? So, and number 5, from her to him. Number 5, from her to him. Women, do this for your men, right? Is make it clear to him that he makes you happy. Make it clear to him that he makes you happy. You know, I'm not telling you, you know, be smothering. I'm not telling you, you know, just be overwhelming. But every now and then, babe, you know what? I am so happy that I'm married with you, that I'm married to you. I'm telling you, you know, I could not have imagined my life without you. I tell this to my wife all the time. All the time. I look at her. I tell her, I said, listen, if you ever leave me, I'm coming with you. That's what I tell her. I said, if you ever, for some reason, decide to leave me, you don't want to be with me, I said, that's fine, but I'm coming with you. You cannot leave me, right? Why? Because I cannot imagine my life without my wife. I love her. She's my friend. She's my lover. She's my partner. She's my business manager. She's my everything, right? So I'm not saying that I'm worshiping her, that I put her on the pedestal, but she's really important to me. And I make that known to her. I let her know, listen, I love you, and I cannot imagine myself with anybody else. I love your hair, I love your eyes, I love your body, I love your sense of humor, your laugh, what she does. We joke around all the time. We laugh, you know, we have water bottles, we throw waters on each other, we run around the house, you know, playing around, chasing each other. That's what we do. Why? Because we love each other's company. And let your spouse know those things, and I guarantee you that it will solidify a bigger and a stronger relationship. So again, so you have that big wound, and these are the little stitches that you're putting together, because you cannot heal the big wound with a big stitch, right? It's gonna be incomplete. So little stitches put together, right? So those are my Fab 5 from her to him. Now, you ready? Drum roll, right? So now we're gonna do Fab 5 from him to her, right? Husbands, listen, you could do this to your wife. Man, do this for your woman, and I guarantee you, you will solidify, you will improve your marriage, your relationship. So you ready for this? This is Fabulous 5 from him to her. Number 1, man, Take her hand. Listen, I know sometimes we're manly. We like to walk around, like this. But simple gestures that can help you improve and mend your relationship, your marriage. Take her hand. Women love when you're walking, whether it's down the street. Listen, you could go to the movie, and now, I don't know where you guys live, but listen, in the city, sometimes you have to walk a couple of blocks. But here in Jersey, you can go to the movie theater, and you can park right in front of the movie theater. It's literally like a 30-second walk from the parking lot to the movie theater. During those 30 seconds, hold her hand. Yes. Hold her hand. Reach out for her hand. Do the little, you try to grab for the fingers, just rub your fingers, and then hold her hand, Take initiative. I guarantee you she's going to love that. She's going to think 20,000 things. She's going to call her girlfriend and say, girl, you don't know. We went out today. He held my hand. Oh, my God, he hadn't held my hand in like 3 years. He held my hand. Listen, just like that. Don't mind me. I'm stupid. I'm silly. I'm sorry. But listen, hold her hand. Even when you guys are going from the parking lot to the movie theater, from the movie theater back to the car, hold her hand, open the door for her. Simple stuff like that. I know you're tired. I know you've been together for 30 years, but still, it's important. It's valuable. She loves when you do that. There's a questionnaire that says about 82% of women love these things. Yeah, look at my eyes. Love these things. They love it when you hold their hand. They feel important. They feel wanted. They feel like you're thinking about them, that you have them in their mind. So men, do this for her, and I guarantee you improve. Listen, even if you guys just had a big blow up, you in the restaurant, you disagreed, you was not seeing eye to eye, when you come out, reach for that hand. I guarantee you. She may get mad at the beginning. You do this when you try to reach and be like, keep reaching. Keep reaching for that hand. Get that hand. Get her by the shoulder. Come in, hug her, and say, "Girl, I love you. I can't be me without you. So whisper those sweet nothings in her ears, right? Number 2, deuces, right? Number 2, leave her a message. Listen, you have so many ways to communicate. You got voicemail. You got text. You got email. You got smoke signal. I'm playing. You don't have smoke signals, but leave her a message, just because in the middle of the day when she doesn't expect it. You understand? She knows you go on break at 12 o'clock, noon, whatever. Listen, right before 11:30, just send her a message. Big hearts, smiley face, big smoochy emoji, right? The big smoochy emoji right there. Just let her know, girl, I'm crazy about you. You eat. That's it. Just send a message. Just say, you eat. That's it. You eat. I got she's gonna go, she's gonna go crazy, right? So send her a message. Let her know you love her. Let her know that you're thinking about her. Let her know that when your day is at its worst, deepest moment, you're thinking about her, right? So send her a message. That's number 2. Number 3, put your arms around her. Put your arms around her. When you guys are sitting down, you're watching a movie, you remember, that was the whole, I don't know about you, but when we were teenager and you went on your first date, you practiced that move the whole night, the arm around, right? You practiced that whole move. You were probably in your house with a chair in front of the mirror, and you'd be like, all right, we're going to go to the movies. How am I going to do? I'm going to do this. Right? And once you got that arm around it, it's a wrap, right? It's a wrap, right? I am silly. Forgive me. Listen, it's a wrap. But you practiced that move when you were a teenager, right? When you were dating. So guess what? Don't stop practicing that move, man. Don't stop practicing that move. Put your arm around her. You could be watching TV. You could be watching your favorite show. You could be Netflixing and chill. Listen, put your arm around her. Let her know that, listen, you're mine. I love you. I like you. I want to be close to you. Put your arm around her. You guys go out for dinner. Listen, sit next to each other. I know some people like to sit across from each other. That's good. But switch it up a little bit, Put your arm around her, so that she can feel important. So that's good. If that really doesn't work, the putting your arm around her, when you guys are sitting next to each other, put your hand on her knee. You guys are somewhere in a public place, whatever. Public displays of affections are big. They're big, and they're so awesome when it comes to, women loving their men, show public, ways of affection. So when you guys are out, in the park, whatever, you're reading a book, listen, just put the hand right on that knee. Put it right on that knee, and, she's going to just look over. She may not say nothing, say, and just keep reading, right? They love that, right? They love that. So that's number 4. What was that? Number 3, right? Number 3. Whew, almost there. Number 4. Listen, just be sincere and tell every once in a while, tell your girl that she's beautiful. You know, tell her what you appreciate about her. You know, I know, you know, some women, you know, some men, excuse me, they love the hair, they love eyes, they love lips, you know. Tell her what you love about her, you know. Constantly tell her that she's beautiful. Tell her that she's gorgeous. Tell her that, listen, that you found a treasure, a jewel, a pearl. Let her know every once in a while, baby, you look good. Listen, this time, sometime where, and I'm gonna tell you a true story. This time where I just be looking at my wife and be like, that's what I say, you know. She'd be like, what? I'll be like, that's just that. Just that. That's it. That itself, man, she get a smile on her, drives her crazy. I remember one time, this is a true story I'm gonna tell you. I remember one time, I was driving, you know, on the other end of town. She was on that same side of town. I did not know that she was going there. And I saw this beautiful woman just step out of a car, you know, carrying a baby. And, you know, I'm sorry, not that I'm going around looking, but it made me double take. I'm like, who's that? And when I got closer, it was my wife. It was my wife, and I had to pull over and tell her, and I said, baby, you know what? I saw you from across the street, and I said, and I came close, and I said, I was so happy it was my wife. I took her home. Yeah, but, but you know, tell her things like this, you know, that she's going to feel so happy. It's going to build her confidence, her self-esteem, and believe it or not, it will even reward you, you know, sometime, because now you set the mood, right? So, that's number 4. And number 5, right, last but not least, listen, men, pull yourself out of a funk. You know, every time when you come home and you may be in a bad mood or you may go through a situation, what a woman wants is to pull you out of a funk. She wants to be, I want to say, that antidote that makes you feel better. For example, you know, when you come home and you're like, man, I had a worse day. You ever notice your wife starts rubbing your shoulder, or, you know, she starts, you know, just caressing you and just saying, you know, encourage you, baby, it's okay, don't worry. She's trying to pull you out that funk. And sometimes men, sometimes we get a little stubborn and we say, no, you know, we want to stay here. You know, I'm mad, you know, Jim this, that, or you know, Bob this, or whatever. At work, and we want to stay in that funk. You know, pause for a minute, man. Pause and think about what your wife is trying to do to help you. And pull yourself out that funk. And then come back and say, babe, you know what? I'm not mad anymore. You know, I thank you for standing by my corner. I thank you for encouraging me. I thank you for really, you know, caressing me and just making me feel good. When you pull yourself out that funk, women love when men restore themselves and they come back and they say, you know what, I'm good. Let's go. Let's do it. You know, talk about it, have some closure, and they said, you know what, come on, let's have us time. You know, women love when men pull themselves out that funk, and let them know that, listen, that they were right there by your corner and you appreciated them. So those are my 5 fabulous tips to how to improve your marriage, right? 5 for her, 5 for him. Listen, if you're having a big blow up, a big situation in your marriage, in your relationship, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. My wife and I, we came back from this. You know, we were hanging on this. You can't even see it, right? Just hanging by a thread. We came back from that, and it has blessed us so much so that not only do we encourage and counsel and give spiritual advice to other couples, we've helped many a couple. But my wife also, you know, she wrote a book. It's called Life Lessons of an Overcomer. Listen, check her out, AnnetteRamos.com. You know, you could get her book. You could order it from her website, and she'll personally sign it. Or you could go to Amazon, you know, and look for it, Life Lessons of an Overcomer, by author none other than Annette Ramos. Amen. And you know, she's just such an awesome author, such an awesome speaker. Check her out. You're gonna see her soon. But this is what we do. You know, we encourage people, we empower people, and I pray that you were empowered. You don't have to do the major things to go and ask for forgiveness or try to mend the situation. Well, let me take her on a vacation, or the classic, you know, maybe we should have a baby so our relationship could get better. Listen, I'm not telling you don't procreate, but you can mend your relationship with the small things. Remember, a big wound, small stitches, and you'll mend it back together. So take my advice, take these tips, start implementing them yesterday, and I guarantee you that your life, your relationship will improve. Even if you have been doing it, continue to do it, and I'll guarantee you that your relationship is going to be so much more awesome. Well, My time is have drawn nigh. I want to continue to encourage you. I want to continue to empower you. I want to thank you for spending time over here in our moment of empowerment. That's what I do. I come here to empower you, to increase your knowledge, to increase your self-esteem, to increase your motivation. And none other, this is your host, Miguel Ramos, your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your transformational trainer. Catch me on the next episode. All right? God bless you.